name is Chad McFarlane, and I am currently a senior at the University of Rhode Island. And I'm a U.S. Army veteran serving from 2002 to 2007. So I served 2 tours in Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom with the 3rd Infantry Division as an M1 Abrams tanker. Got out as a sergeant, and currently I serve as the chair of the Governor's Veterans Affairs Advisory.
The program that we did in Rhode Island was called Memory versus Representation, stories of homecoming in film, literature, and in history. And what we did was we got a group of veterans from, mostly from recent conflicts, and we had them engage with and read various different texts, various different humanities sources. We looked at literature, short stories, poems. We looked at film. We looked at history, both in terms of what historians have written, but also in terms of primary sources about the homecoming experience for veterans and for soldiers. And then, having all read those things, we had a series of 3 public panels.
So the way the panels were set up is we would read and watch different representations of homecoming through literature, through media, through just short stories and such, and we would read, kind of take notes on the experience, and then through the panel, the Professor Wendell would kind of frame questions around what we experienced, and then we would interact with the audience as well.
We tried to get audience members to come and listen to the veterans tell their stories, because a lot of times those of us who are not veterans, those of us who have spent all our days as civilians, the only thing we know about homecoming is from what we see in films or from what we see in read in a book perhaps. And so having a public program where you could talk with actual veterans about their actual experiences and how that relates to some of the stories that we've told about homecoming and about war was a really vital piece of that too.
The process of reintegration and transition has always been it's an ongoing project, I guess you could say. So being able to take a look at reintegration through the lens of the humanities, and it kind of gave this depiction of what I'm going through actually is not particularly unique, even though it feels that way when you're going through it. Through history, in time immemorial, since humans have been in conflict, they have to come home from that conflict. So this has given me the opportunity to really look at my own experience through the lens of others and through culture, and it's kind of cathartic in a sense.